one with their movement, getting ready for the battle that's about to unfold, and it does look like the teams have readied up and we're about to start. So there we go.
Let's see where they roll out, what sort of approach they're going to take.
The blue team kind of pumping up 3-2, and the red team also 3-2. So very similar rollouts. One player on each concrete.
Oh, we
some
have
shots getting traded back and forth.
Flanking behind the blue team, wrapping around.
Paris and Frylock taking out each other, basically trading, but the red team converts like 3 frags at once, basically.
Yeah, Fish kind of going behind the entire action and taking house to drop down from bridge was like a pretty crucial play there, to be honest. He had 2 players looking at them, and that was, that's quite a lot of. They had a lot of play.
Yeah, and the red team is now kind of pushing up.
Yeah, we see red
taking aggressive
gas
position.
passing the little hallway there as well.
Yeah, gas passing the choke for the approach basically means that the whole choke is locked off. You can send your players into different areas. It's actually pretty tactical, and it'll cost the blue team a lot of time here.
Yeah, we can see a lot more coordination here. We see another gas passer going down in the same hallway, and we can see blue kind of attempting to go through it, but they're getting absolutely mauled down. Right?
Yeah, it's not looking like a great way to approach the mid. They only managed to get 1 frag out of it.
I'm pretty sure they actually got players as well. I'm not sure from Frylock. He might be behind.
I think in this spot you might want to go into the truck side. Like the place with the half health kit in the little corner. That's probably the safest area. That's the widest angle
and you can easily catch players into that.
As a matter of fact, yeah, Grip and Sma basically both doing that and converting onto Garden Fungus, converting onto Frylock as well. And Grip does get traded out, but they take out Spooky as well, and it kind of looks pretty favored for the blue team here.
Yeah, we have a 3v1 right here.
We have Amir trying to block the point.
Yep.
Blue does finally get the point, but the blue team already managed to, or the red team, sorry, already managed to get almost 90 seconds off the clock. That's almost half of the timer ran down, so it's a very good start for the red team.
We have blue here also trying to aggro hold. Let's see if they can manage to. Yep, we can see gas passers on the same hallway. We might see the. Oh, okay, but they're leaving the.
Oh, Garden Fungus getting knocked into the sky and living the crater with very little HP.
A very crucial mistake on blue side right there was just gassing the little hallway and just leaving it. Having 2 players just casually walk through the 2 gas tubes and having like no confession. Wait, what?
Yeah, you can chuck the gas, but if you don't actually do anything with the gas afterwards, then there's no risk for the other team of walking through it because you're not playing off of the gas. So that's correct. The blue team rolling out pretty strongly here because red didn't really commit to the forward hold as much and are getting punished for it as a result. Fish going behind and 2 players coming from behind at once actually.
Fralo getting 1 pick as well. Red team's just kind of fighting for it. Whatever they got. Yeah, okay. It seems like blue kind of stalled a bit. Like already going for the little aggro hold without having the point cap, which kind of left them to bleed some players. But it's still pretty favorable for blue right now.
Yeah, they're managing to hold on to the point, which is the most important thing right now, is that they can get that timer running down because red only has about a minute left to take down from that timer.
Oh, okay, time to drink water.
Got a posture check and a hydration in chat, so we'll have a sip real quick. We'll set up as a big fight appearing around the point. Players getting traded on either side, but blue does seem to come out on top.
Oh,
Amir trying to come in to clean it up.
A fight as well.
Yeah, he got smart. He picked up Dalibor there in the exchange, but didn't manage to turn it into a fight. But now there's a bunch of respawners for the blue team, and the red will probably just be able to waltz in with their respawners all together and take out a few players.
Fish just taking the little bridge control and jumping on in the barrels and taking them out.
Yeah, and then one player, the Frala going all the way into the enemy house.
We can see blue being a bit more passive here for certain.
Yeah, they're trying to wait for their respawners, and it means that they have to kind of slow it down.
Are committing to the bridge area and are pushing away red right now. So yeah, we see.
Yeah, blue's doing a good job here of taking 2v1s and getting some pressure and getting picks where they can. We've seen Naparis trying to go deep, Grip as well trying to go deep and taking enemy packs. It's a very good thing to do, is taking enemy packs and making sure that they can't take it. Smile doing the same thing, playing on the enemy grass.
Yep.
We do see some red players pushing out the blue team. As blue kind of
Smile
backs up, but they
managing to
do
pick off,
find 2 frags already. Garden Fungus trading 1. It's a little bit of an advantage to the blue side, but this could swing either way still.
Oh, we have Spooky flanking from behind on the bridge area, taking out the Pyros here. And
lots of frags getting traded.
that's a 1v1 there.
We could see a 2v1 on the point here. The last player, yeah, Spooky getting taken out. But now it's a 2v2 again on the point, and the health situation does not favor the blue team.
With a little health disadvantage. But Red
Lots of shots being kited though. This fight is taking much longer than you would expect, with Frylock coming in and cleaning up 2 players. And the 3rd player getting traded out as well. So now the 2 timers are actually very close to each other. 20 seconds left for the blue team and about 40 seconds for the red team. So this round could go either way. Red team does try to take up these forward positions. Frylock already down at low health because he's just getting poked down by the Man Melter. The blue team pushing out on the very right side. Grip trying to go behind. They're setting up these ambushes. Let's see if they can make it work. Oh, a lot of damage on the red teams that was still too deep.
Like 2 players, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were too deep, and they were basically getting isolated and taken out very quickly there.
Oh, we have gas.
Yeah, we have a great gas play. A ton of work coming out of that gas.
But so does red team have an entire gas. Like, we have 2 gassed players in blue from the...
Spooky trying to set up a last stand here. Players on blue, they could probably walk at the they probably don't realize that the red player is low HP. If they did, then they could have walked and gotten that frag, but instead they were being a little bit more passive, waiting for their respawners, and now they're recommitting it, and they're getting it. They got the air blast and in the crucial moments to block the overtime. So the first round does swing in the favor of blue, despite the start being very, very strong for the red team.
Yeah, that was a very close game right there. We just saw, honestly, red really executed aggro holds like very well. They just had like all those gas passes going down the real choke, and they actually held them, unlike blue team who only threw them and just stopped looking at them.
Yeah, they kind of threw them for the effect, but they didn't actually play off of it too much. We're seeing the mid fight here. Some things being traded out. It looks like red is winning this though, based on the health. Yeah, the health situation favoring red, but a little 2v1 getting set up by blue here, and they might. It kind of looks like. That kind of looked like blue was maybe trying to get a converted frag on the people that were sort of straggling, but not really getting much out of it. Red cap in the point.
Since blue
regrouping to try and take it from them. Frylock on his own could get caught out here by the blue team in a 4-way and just completely
throwing gases everywhere in every single choke point. It's very cool to see that. And we see another one. Unfortunately,
we see another air blast juggle as Garden Fungus takes to the skies.
Oh, we have a fight in the point, 2v1, going for Grip and Smile right here. Emir going down. It seems like the point is definitely in blue hands here. See if they can execute the forward hold better.
They do have the players for it, but the health is a little bit lacking.
Fish is gonna flank.
Yeah, Fish tries to flank, he gets caught out and taken out. Frylock trying to refight it, but finds himself in a 2v1 as well. Manages to squeeze out barely, yeah.
Oh, Grip's fighting.
Oh yeah, the fight on the flank there.
Yeah.
And Grip does manage to get out. The blue team is still in the enemy house, taking the forward position though. But they do end up bleeding players.
This is way too chaotic, holy crap.
Yeah, red is now re-pushing the point off of their player advantage. And blue has to kind of back out here.
And red
Grip behind.
Push out.
Grip doesn't try to block. Oh, Grip and Smile coming in at the point at the same time, finding Spooky.
This could be huge.
Finding Garden Fungus. Oh, they're finding another one before Smile gets taken out, and Grip is still alive, but now getting chased by the player. The teammates coming in to kind of save Grip's life, and Frylock gets caught out by the teammates. Does trade Coyote though.
Oh, Grip just being as slippery as ever, honestly.
Yeah, this was a very Grip was playing this very well. He was like super slippery there, barely squeaking out, and then people coming in and.
I'm pretty sure that was a 2v4, no?
Yeah, it was a 2v4, and then Grip squeezed out, and they managed to pin Frylock off of it because his respawners, like the respawners for blue, came in and.
Oh, we see Grip.
With the quick Man Melter, Fish getting nuked on the point. Grip going in for the melee. The melee left Fish with very little health. but it wasn't quite enough to get the frag. Very unfortunate when the damage counting barely doesn't work out.
Getting the point here. It seems like the timer is going in favor for blue right now, but
yeah, there's almost like a minute
agro-holding.
deficit between the two timers, so there's a definite advantage for blue, but red is known for these forward holds there. The Puffins thing has been very good at executing these forward holds. So
hallway there. Blue is going to try to push to the gas, which might not be a good idea. We'll see. We have 2 more gases thrown there.
some frags getting traded out in the grass area, but it does look like it's not going well for
Blue being punished for pushing through that little gas area and just leaving them to get that triple damage from the Dragon Sphere every single shot. Pretty bad idea as well. The red team does have some more gas passes on, so they might be able to actually stall for a lot longer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying before, red team has been very good at these forward holds, and they're very aggressive, and they're taking a lot of space in these chokes, basically just denying blue from being even able to make it to the point.
We see just full-on assault from blue from every side here, which actually does kind of push red back, even getting 2 picks for blue right here. Yeah, blue managed to actually push back, and but unfortunately, okay, Fish got the attention of most blue players, which left Spooky to just be free to down on everyone.
Yeah, Spooky cleaning house, they're getting multiple frags. Blue's really struggling to push in now. The picks that they got are already respawning for the red team, so the advantage here isn't actually as big as it looks. Blue does also have their own respawners, and now a big fight is breaking out around this mid as they're trying to edge. They cap, but the health situation for blue is so bad, and then they're bleeding 1 or 2 players, and I think red will probably be able to recap it as Frylock comes in from behind and tries to get something done, but he just gets cleaned up. Fish getting cleaned up, Spooky getting cleaned up, and Garden Fungus all getting cleaned up, and actually this turns into almost a complete wipe in favor of blue.
Crits, as you can see.
Yeah, there's some Man Melter crits in play, so we might see someone getting...
you can see Grip just kind of preparing for it.
Oh yeah, he gets the crit on Spooky. Spooky basically has to go all the way back out. Oh, Grip trying to sneak out, barely makes it through. He's taking Afterburn though. He might not make it out. He does make it out. With Frylock and Garden Fungus coming in, getting some picks. Yeah, the red team winning this fight pretty convincingly. 30 seconds of difference. Grip trying to come from behind, can't really find anything. The red team now trying to focus him down in the back line.
How is he so slippery?
He manages to make it all the way back out to spawn. He's getting cut off now by Spooky, who even took the pack. Yeah, this is... But Grip is he's pulling 2 people out of the fight. So the rest of the blue team should really be able to make something work here with this player ad. But it doesn't really look like they're able to. They're getting bullied on grass and lots of picks. The blue team getting just staggered 1 by 1, and then red is just able to hold on to this position. The timer's ticking down. Very little time left on either side. If the blue team wants to make anything work, they need to start pushing out now. They need to reach this point. If they're unable to reach the point quickly, then there will not be any overtime. We're seeing some blue players trying to make a sprint to the point where they're not able to make it, and red clinches the second round. Looks like the prediction so far of this turning out to be a very close match. Well, it looks like it's true. Like the 2 teams are very equally balanced, and yeah, I mean we're seeing it in full effect here with the first map going to the 3rd round.
I think a way for blue to try and break red's aggro holds, which are executed pretty good, I would say, is to just kind of spread out, which they've already done, but I don't think they've tried to do it again. They've already done it once and it actually worked. It's just
Amir on concrete taking out 2 players, converting it into 3 with his teammates.
Red
this
just
is
collapsing
really bad for blue. Yeah, the red team is doing really well in this mid.
Yep.
Taking 2v1s, 3v1s even. And just getting all the picks they need.
To separate them very well, or perhaps...
Yeah, and the blue team basically wiping, so red is able to take these forward spawns with their gas passer.
Yep, we already have gas passer just going down in the little hallways here. And
yeah, basically completely blocking out the chokes. Red's finding a pick.
Yeah, some more gas passers on the
make it even harder for blue to push out.
Yeah, blue's just getting devastated by these gas passers. I don't think it's even worth it anymore to push through this.
Yeah, we saw an an afterburn kill as well from the gas passer. This is this 3rd round here is not going great for the blue side.
Absolutely not. Yeah, everyone's
Red
just
is
kind of
very
scattered
dominant.
all over the place. We have blue players all the way behind red lines.
Yeah, 3 players trying to chase the 1 blue player. I mean, that bought their team a lot of time. There's no
We even have a
forward now, so
gas
blue
passer
is
on
able
the
to
red team,
bleed
yeah.
into the point. Frylock taking a 1v1 against
Yeah,
Grip and
everyone's
coming out on
just
top,
burning
and then a
blue.
3v1 against Dalibor. Dalibor's still up though, managing to wiggle his way around, but does get taken out in the end.
Yeah, I think Blue's just not able to kind of coordinate all together and to initiate as a team. Like we all saw that they were just kind of spread out. We had like 1 player all the way behind, and most of them were just all over the map from either side.
Yeah, and then there's also this definite aspect of Red is way better at taking that forward pressure,
Yeah,
locking out
just
as
having
much
control of
space
the
as
map
possible.
overall.
Yeah, they have much. Yeah, it's true, and it makes it much harder for the blue team to push into the point and get anything done. We already see
I'm just
half the
saying that
round
the
timer.
blue just wipe out red. So
Yeah, this,
GG
the
guys.
capture curse in full effect. You say one thing, and the opposite thing happens. But
Let's see
half
if Blue is going to be able to successfully initiate a forward out here with the gas passer.
yeah, they are trying to take these aggressive positions. We see Grip on the flank, we see Smile on the other flank, and then Coyote on the grass.
Yeah, we have our first gas passer on the hallway here, with 2 red players walking straight to it like it's nothing.
Yeah, Smile taking a 2v1, doesn't manage to find the frags out of it, but
But he does manage to damage both players who went through it severely, so...
yeah, their health situation is not looking great, and so the blue team might actually have a little bit of an advantage in this fight.
Red team is still going on top.
Yeah, Red is doing really well, landing the shots and taking out the players. The damage that ends up not really mattering too much if you're not able to turn it into frags, and
Yeah.
well, we're seeing the blue team really struggle to do just that, pull out the frags.
It does really appear as if red is just a lot more coordinated rather than blue. 'Cause we can see like players dealing a lot of damage with having no one to follow up into making them into kills. Well, red is
Yeah,
just...
and the red team is now as well just able to get multiple frags going, and they're just staggering the blue team. The blue team isn't able to walk through the choke points leading into the mid point, so
yeah, you can see
they're just locking up
all of
so
them
much
stacking
space
this
and
one
winning
choke
themselves
point.
so much time. We do see the blue team coming in and going for a
good
bit of
going from
a
behind.
pincer here. Big fight, and yeah,
Managing
they
to
get
2
the...
kills, yeah.
Yeah, they came from 2 or 3 different positions there and really just assaulted the red team from all these different angles, so it became
Oh,
really hard
and
for the
it's a
red team
red
to do
line,
much, and
right.
they completely wiped the blue team there. Finally getting their hands on the point, but there's only 30 seconds left for the red team,
Yeah, they need
and
to
more
be
than 2
very
minutes left for
aggressive.
the blue team, so this is looking very bad for the blue team. The red team, though, very comfortable, will just all respawn at the same time and probably just push out as one big unit. We'll see if it favors them or if they get collateraled. Some of the players getting caught off, Emir and Spooky both getting picked off, but the fight around the point does seem to favor the red team, and now the red team does have a 1-player advantage. Frylock getting focused down, but the damage is there on negativity. He needs to go and get some health. He can't really fight this as much as he would like. Smile, though, picking
It's
up
kind of
Garden Fungus, and also Fish as
negativity.
negativity comes in and helps him out. The health situation for blue isn't great, though, so this is the contesting the point here is going to be very risky for them, as Coyote and Smile both come in pretty healthy, looking
Yeah,
to...
it's a very dynamic fight right now.
Yeah, it's
Blue is
going
managing
back
to
and
get
forth
back
the
into
whole
it, though.
time, but blue does manage to make it so that red doesn't
And
get
even
any cap
still,
time
red
here.
is just getting picks, like Frylock just managed to get the Paris here.
Grip coming in from
probably
behind, trying
go
to
for
stall the
2v1.
point a little bit, maybe waiting for his team, but his team is still in the respawn queue. It's
Ooh,
gonna take
reflex, okay.
Did he get a
Like,
reflex?
Blue just
kill?
got
That's
a-
insane.
What? He got a reflect Dragon's Fury and that launched him into the air. He's got like, he got collided. That's interesting.
That's probably a pretty cool moment. If we caught that on stream, that's gonna be a very cool little moment. Red
Yep,
team does
but-
get a bunch of picks, and they're still in control of the point, so it's gonna be very hard for the blue team.
Yeah,
to come in,
negativity
and
just
air
getting
blast
bullied
exists,
with
and
the air blasts. And,
yeah, but negativity still on the point,
they're choosing
managing
not to air
to get some more
blast,
time. There are some picks coming off of the red team, and there's so much stalling that's going on, but it's
there we
not
go.
enough. It's a really good try, though, for the blue team.
I was
Trying
gonna
to
make
get in.
jokes about fighting for the logs there, not air blasting people off rather than just like.
Well, I mean,
damage.
it's a better attempt than usually. Like usually, you see the players coming in and they just get knocked off, and then the overtime ends and the round ends pretty quickly. But there was a real attempt there, at stalling out and trying to maybe make it work into the overtime and getting the respawners in, but it just barely wasn't enough, and they got air blasted off in the round. Went in the favor of Puff Instinct. Puff Instinct takes the first map, and I mean, just as we expected, it was a very close match. Both of these teams are putting in great work. Like, there's lots of situations where people can get crunched, where there's, you know, you can just get completely sandwiched by other players. So,
Anyways,
very curious to see if we see some of that in here.
Starting. Let's see if the red. I feel like red team is probably gonna take a more map control sort of take on this mid fight, like have players all over the map. Yeah, we can kind of see that, but blue's
Yeah,
also
we already
just
see
kinda spread
Frala
out.
going behind. I mean, if the blue team is aware of this, then they can take that to their advantage. We see some trades. We're seeing a man melter
Emi
frag.
kind of flanking back and I think is about to get 2 kills, but no.
Yeah, there's a lot of frags in favor of blue with only Fish up coming from the luggage area. Is he
Yeah,
gonna
Fish
attempt to
trying
make something
to
work here? He does try to come in to make something work, but he just
Probably
gets
not the
he
best
gets
play there.
there's multiple players he's trying to fight at once, and it's not a great situation. So ends up just delaying his team. Like, his team kind of probably wants to wait now. Actually, no, the Frolic just going in right away. Frolic and Garden Fungus fighting towards
we have a
the
little
luggage
gas mask
area.
in the window there.
Taking out
Gonna-
negativity in a 2v1, but Dalibor then finding Spooky, and then Grip finding a mirror as well. So the red team is still kind of on the back foot here.
We do have Garden Fungus flanking behind, which is going to go down to getting the Paras killed, and perhaps Smile as well. No, Smile's going to be able to run away.
Oh, and Frolic taking out
Grip is
Coyote there,
alone.
even though he was 1 HP for that whole time. That's one of those moments where the player not getting cleaned up just becomes such a detriment, because
Oh, I
Frolic was
didn't
sitting in
know.
the corner on 1 HP and then didn't get cleaned up by any of the blue team, and then he manages to get a pick out of it. It's
I just noticed something. I don't know if you noticed from Red Team Fish, who was trying to cap the point from the other side of the little fence, which actually works.
wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can-
wild.
you
I
can
didn't know
stand
that
on the
actually
little ledge
worked.
there, Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can stand on the ledge, but I didn't think that would be capping the point.
Me neither. You can get
That's-
shot through the wall though, so I don't know. If you shoot on the little corner, you know.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but I tried recreating it in some spots, and it's a little bit iffy. The blue team now trying pretty desperately to get any space, but they're just getting taken out sort of one by one. Fish going all the way into the enemy rollout and managing to find frags as well. Amir doing
Red Team
the
once
hiding
just
spot
showing,
again. I'm
their
wondering
map
if
control. Oh, look at Amir. Look at where
yeah,
he's
Amir's
standing.
doing the hiding spot. I'm wondering if the blue team has like watched the previous matches, if they've seen the spot and if they know to look out for it, or if it's going to be completely foreign to them. We keep seeing a melee frag coming out of negativity, but outside of the potential psychological damage from getting melee, the red team does just pull out ahead there.
Yeah.
And
We can just see Red
we
having.
we see
like, a way
negativity
better-
still in behind, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a frag on Frylog. Trying to escape through the plane does make it out.
He will escape. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and now the blue team is gonna try and come back in.
Alone, unfortunately.
Yeah, Smile getting
caught out.
kind of sandwiched, but he does manage to make it out. And now a fight breaking out in the luggage area.
Oh, we have a red
Fungus
gas
getting
passer.
taken out. Coyote a 2v1 being fought against a red team.
Blue having the
Now
high
a big
ground,
scupble,
yeah.
a big like
Yeah, it looks
spread out
pretty favorable
frags on
for-
both sides. Grip and Fish having a 1v1 and they're outside, and it all favors the blue team right now as they're holding the point and trying to equalize the timers.
You can really see how Red is definitely the better team here in terms of map control. You can kind of see them all around the map, and once they spot blue that they're coming out from a certain location, they just kind of like pound on them all together. But
Yeah, I mean,
anyways.
there's the occasional like overextending player on red, or the occasional player like right now there's Fish behind for like 5 seconds, just really doing nothing and letting his team basically beat down a man as they're getting overwhelmed, and now the red team is just kind of bleeding players one by one.
Yeah.
Fish now getting taken out by 3 players at once. That's the mistakes that you see the red team make, but outside of that, they're definitely playing a little bit better when it comes to.
Garden Fan is definitely putting up a good fight though, already getting a kill on Kibo.
Yeah, but Grip and Smile in the luggage area picking up Frylog. Garden Fungus coming in from behind though. But Smile turns around in time. Grip and Smile, and now 3 actually, negativity as well. It's a 3v1 in the luggage
lot
area.
of people in luggage here. This is where the fights go. We can see gas passes thrown all around here.
It's actually interesting that a fight would last this long in
that?
luggage because it's so far away from the point. You typically don't really see that. Typically you see small,
like,
short fights over there.
On the point as well, like a 2v1. Red team might have invested way too much time in the little luggage fight.
Yeah, it kind of does look like it. Typically you would see people chasing luggage because they expect the players to be low, so you don't really get a whole lot of lasting fights over there, but you know, that was a pretty long fight there in luggage, as both of the timers are lower than a minute now. It's getting to the tail end of this round.
Yeah,
we're seeing two melee frags in quick succession from Grip. I hope we catch that on camera because the little melee chains are always fun to watch. As Garden Fungus takes a 3v1 in the tower and does get taken out.
Nemi getting a 2v1 here.
Yeah, but he does actually pick up one frag.
Yeah.
So Dalibor trying to make the most out of his life.
Getting caught out by the player behind and going down as well.
Yeah, and then Negativity too getting double teamed. So
right here.
This is with only about 10 seconds left for the blue team timer. With Red having about 50 seconds left, this is a really close one. Blue just needs to muster one push, and Red is just going super deep into the enemy rollout, taking all of the space and almost getting to the point of like a bit of a spawn hold there.
Yeah, so the
blue team does manage to wiggle their way out through the lobby and is now trying to take a 4v1, but the red team quickly is converting to the position as well.
Advantage as well, but yeah, it seems like Red might be coming out on top.
Oh, we're seeing a melee frag in the plane. You love to see it. The close range action.
I missed that.
This fight around the point is taking it's taking a long time, but the blue team coming out on top.
Well,
slowly and steadily.
You can see Spooky doing the same, like the ledge thing again, trying to delay as much.
Yeah, trying to block it through the fence. That's actually not a bad strategy because it's just a way to block for it. You know, make an extra second off the clock. Like that's a good way of stalling, and every second might matter here.
Yeah, you can
but
see
unfortunately,
kind of blue team hurdling the point, denying them from even touching it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they had another second of blocking there, then maybe they would have been able to stall, but that was very close.
Alright. Still though, the same things apply. Red does have that better map control, in my opinion. But blue does manage to just kind of stick through.
I think red has a little bit of some of their players are making the mistakes of going for flanks. Like right now, for instance, Fish is going for like this big flank, and it's just wasting a bunch of time as two of his teammates get taken out. And now he's just getting 3v1. See, this is what I was saying before as well, where some of these players are wasting too much time on a flank, and then basically they're baiting their whole team, and then they lose the fight because of that. And well, we just saw basically red lose the whole mid because of that one mistake.
Let's see if blue would be able to kind of have a little aggro hold going.
Yeah, they're trying to get some free frags here. Amir getting caught out and juggled into the little corner.
We're getting a man to kill, but like a regular one. It's probably a snipe rather.
Yeah, I mean he was kind of stuck in the little.
Oh, we got a man to reflect by the.
Oh, we got a man melter reflect. That's incredibly rare. Imagine we get a man melter reflect frag. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be.
No, but I think what we saw there was a player getting juggled into like the grass, like the hedge area, where like the little plant is. And if you're in that corner, then you just get spammed out so easily because you're just stuck in a corner.
Oh, blue being kind of huddled up together might lead to red getting the advantage here because
I think so. This looks pretty good for the red team.
Yeah,
blue getting a minute off the clock, but someone coming in to block the point a little bit, getting those extra seconds. We were talking about this before, like it seems insignificant, but the extra seconds might come in clutch. That cap for red is actually so bad. They're down 3 players and they've delayed all of them. This is something to note, that when you're capping and your players are dead, you will actually extend their respawns. You'll make their respawns take longer, and so blue, like the red team, their capping was very detrimental, and blue will probably be able to recap this very quickly.
It's still anyone's game right now. It's a solid 3v3 with a slight health advantage on red team right now. But yeah, Small going down, unfortunately for the blue team, and also Grip probably. Yep. Wait, that's the Pyros, my bad. Still though, it's very chaotic right now.
Yeah, this fight is
Everyone
taking
just kind of strangled out together.
this is a very long fight. Like I was saying that blue team was going to be quickly able to convert it into a cap, but it took them much longer than I was expecting. It took them 20-30 seconds longer than I initially thought, just because like they kept stalling it a little bit. One player kept coming in and blocking the point.
It's kind of insane.
You know, the red team coming in because they have a bit of a player advantage. A player coming out of respawn for blue basically means that the blue team is down a player in this fight. Amir, though, getting taken out in the red outside area.
Yep. And we
Smog getting cleaned up around the point.
Blue team on the point. Gardenfungus could get ganged on from both blue players.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, the little bit of a body block there as he gets hit by 2 shots simultaneously and just gets blown up. We see a melee frag coming out of Grip. I think that's at least 3 melee frags from Grip so far.
That leaves a 2v1 for red, and that probably means that Kibo is probably better off leaving the situation. But he might actually die instead. Yep, okay.
Yeah, it gets cleaned up. The blue team grouping up though and trying to push through from some different angles. Spooky doing the little jump that we saw before as well. She's a player trying to push through lobby. Amir now getting caught off on the roof, took a lot of damage. They're not quite able to convert it into a frag though.
I see a lot
big
of
fight around point. Spooky basically just getting blown up. Amir finding a player and managing to get some health in the plane area. Frylock
attempting to kind of
clinging on to dear life, finally gets taken out, and Kyobi finding a melee frag as well. Blue team cleaning up some more frags there.
Oh, we see some man-mounted farming. Well, let's see if
let's see if the crit does anything.
I've seen a lot of man-mounted snipes, but not like actual crits exchanged. Oh.
Frylock losing the 1v1 to Kyobi.
Oh, we see a reflect gas passer from Smile.
That's kind of interesting. That's a lot of pressure that you might be able to get from just one single reflect. Amir trying to edge the point. A big fight around the point area.
But
looks like it's in the favor of blue so far though. And blue holding on to the point with over a minute in between the 2 timers.
We see a very futile gas right there on the point, kind of
kind of a waste, yeah.
Yeah.
The gas passer takes a long time to build up. It takes both damage and time.
We do see players from red team just kind of going on their own, getting...
Yeah, I think they're getting desperate. They want to make it so that they have some time on point, and it's costing them heavily. I think it would have been much better if they had regrouped right there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
map 2
that was a good
goes in the favor of watch this done.
Going 2-0. And I guess that's a decider.
Yeah, we're going to Relic for the final map.
Hey, we get
to
see the
final
architecture.
Yeah, we do get to see the map that we thought we were seeing at first, but we'll actually get to see it this time.
I see a lot of players kind of like banting about it being already scripted because they played it before, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it looks like we're hopping in a little bit here. We're seeing some players getting used to the map, probably practicing some of the jumps. There's actually a lot of potential on this map for hiding spots and little places to scout out what the enemies are doing. So I wonder if people are going to be playing those at the more detailed, like the small nuanced aspects of the map, or if they're just going to focus on the general action. If you're playing this map more so in a general sense, then it's actually very similar to the previous map, Hangar, because it has the flank on one side, which on the other map is was baggage. On this map, there's the flank above the church area.
We see everyone like really spread out from either team, just trying to take control of the entire map. It seems like.
Yeah, it was an insanely chaotic mid, very spread out action happening everywhere.
It seems to be pretty equal as well.
Yeah, it's hard to say what team is really pulling ahead. Like Red has the positional advantage on the point.
Though. Like,
yeah, but they're getting pushed off though. They're not able to convert it into a capture right away. And blue is fighting, and the cap is rolling back, and now blue is putting the time on.
It's really.
Oh my goodness, the blue player holding on barely is insane.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of everywhere. It's very chaotic. I feel like blue might be actually having... Yeah, we can see Smile taking control of the point, but he's very weak and about to get confronted by Frylock. But no. Smile backing up to the health pack right here. Now Red's taking control of the point, so we might see more aggression from Blue. We can see Smile fighting on it. Yeah, most of Blue just swarming the point now. It's wild. You can see gas passes. We see a melee kill right here. Nope, a melee attempt. Okay.
A melee attempt, but it didn't quite work out. A lot of action though, and still there isn't any cap. Like this is an insane long mid
warm
fight.
tick mid. Warm tick.
Yeah,
mid.
this is akin to the warm tick mid where it
It's
takes
still
so long.
really equal.
Yeah, red now like it's just going back and forth. It's blue putting time, red putting time. Now it finally looks like red is going to be able to get a point, with Grip already rotating in, and he's probably going to try to contest this because, you know, it's been taking a very long time.
Grip, yeah.
He's just been walking into the shots and he gets crit by the Dragon Tree and just loses all of his health. And that will be the decisive, that will finally be a capture for the red team.
Has concluded, guys. The torch is now red. Amazing.
Now we're seeing different fights on different sides of the points. Coyote taking out Frylock. Two players coming in from the flank. Negativity trying to go all the way behind. The blue team coming from the ruin side as well, and just taking little different fights, knocking away the red players as they're putting time on point. See Fish trying to come in from behind, but it doesn't really work out for him. He gets found by Grip, who kind of knocks him around, and he's left looking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
We see some defensive gas passes on red side as well, kind of deterring players from walking on the point.
You can play very defensive around this point because it's relatively small. It's on top of a bridge. Like Air Blast is really strong, and the gas passage is a ton for denying it. So it's actually it's not really a surprise that it's so hard for teams to capture because there's so much going on to block it.
Red does manage to get on top with the damage and later on picks. Like when Blue was kind of fighting for the point, that just seemed very chaotic. Was kind of hard.
It seems like Spooky and Fish have figured out one of the jumps that I was talking about. They're trying to. They're doing some cool parkours to get a little bit of high ground.
Oh, look at Spooky! Yeah,
Spooky and Fish are doing a little bit of jumping, but
that's interesting.
It seems like they're.
Oh, but I think Spooky got. No, Fish got kind of. Well, never mind. Fish also got Grip, so it didn't really matter.
Oh my goodness, there's a snipe, a pit snipe Smile, knocking someone away with Air Blast, and the player flew for, I want to say, an entire second just of air time as they get lunged into the sky from super far away. Coyote over at the pit, but Amir misses the Air Blast, and Coyote manages to barely not get pitted as well. So much pit action in a very short amount of time. A little fight going on under the pit as well. Turns into a 2v1. Frylock does manage to turn it back into a 1v1, but then gets 2v1 again. Amir trying to clean up Grip under the point. So much action going around the point, and Blue is still struggling to get the time on, the cap time.
With a 2 minutes difference, that's
there's almost like a 2 minute 15 seconds different now. Like it's insane just how much time Red has been able to squeeze off the timer.
Finally, we're capping and making the torch blue now. Lovely. Yeah, we can see red players just running out of ammo as well.
Yeah, I mean that's like really impressive in this game, to run out of ammo. Like unless you're just spamming willy-nilly, it's very rare that you run out of the ammo because the Dragon Tree has 40 shots, which is quite a lot. We do see the blue team holding on to the point, but bleeding some players. I wonder if they're going to be able to hold on to the point for as long as Red has, or if the red team is just going to be more dominant.
To make up for the time, but unfortunately,
Grip coming on the point together with Smile, trying to chase Garden Fungus under the point, but Grip gets taken out. Coyote gets taken out as well, and so blue team is now down a lot of players. I don't think they'll be able to block this here. Yeah, Smile and Negativity both not really contesting this too much because they know they're outnumbered. And Red takes the point again. This could be quite detrimental for the blue team, and it looks like we have a pause.
Yeah.
Now we got sliding players.
Oh yeah, we do.
I don't know if you do as well, but yeah. I guess. Probably getting a pick. The blue team really needs to convert some frags if they want to make this round win.
Oh, I can't see the hood.
Fish doing one of the funny jumps that I had talked about. There's a lot of these little jumps you can get on a lot of these lamps, a lot of these windowsills. We haven't really seen much of that. And it could be a very, very nasty hiding spot. People, players might not be expecting it. As a matter of fact, Kyobi just waddling past it.
We're looking for another pause, I think, or not?
No, that is. I think they're just asking for the previous pause. We are obviously delayed for a little bit in the SDV.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was the pause at the start of the round, just like I was saying that was probably going to happen. The tag pause.
Yeah, that's true. Time to toggle. Okay. A bit of a banter coming from red team there.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, they would have to toggle pretty hard to swing this back in. I'm not gonna lie.
Get that mental damage there.
Yeah.
The morale.
I have the hot reload scheme actually to get the timers working again. Yeah. Okay.
Mental damage. Okay.
Yeah, so the start of the round, pretty fresh action. We see Kyobi getting a frag on Frylock.
Red having a really good control of ruins as well, managing to push all the blue players out. Grip is
the map control is pretty silly. Fish just taunting on the health kit, very ballsy. I guess he knew that nobody was nearby.
Grip is just flanking all the players on under, but he does eventually
does get traded out. But I mean, this is still a pretty balanced. Like the blue team could still pull out ahead. Nah, actually, their health situation is really bad, and they're gonna take it out one by one. So the red team wins this mid pretty decisively, but. And it looks like they'll be able to cap as well because so many of the players were down at once. So, not the long mid fight that we had the previous round. Fish doing a different variation of the jump.
Let's see.
Yeah, as I was saying, there's tons of these little variations of these jumps. There's other stuff you can do as well. It's not just this little jump. So.
We just saw a bunch of gas passes on red side from the aggro code, but this time blue actually just pushed through them and survived, managing to actually get 3 kills in the way. So that's
these are some solid picks, and if they're able to keep the red players off the point, then they can convert this into a capture and start ticking away at the timer.
And the fire has turned blue now. Right.
Yeah, it looks like they did clean up a mirror and they get the cap out of it.
It's very interesting to see how it could go both ways, having a gas through a hallway and having everyone go there just get annihilated, or the other way around. It really depends on getting those shots off. We have gas on the right side.
The blue team kind of grouping up around the ruins area. Frylock's trying to come in and takes out negativity.
The red team having players all around the map though might be able to collapse on blue. Smile getting on a 1v2 and losing it. Yeah, it seems like red team just has an overall better map control, and the fire has turned red. Yep.
Yep, and the timers on the clock for this round are pretty even. Rip getting caught off by Frylock.
At least blue has managed to... Oh, we see Emir getting a sort of a spot there. One of those columns.
Yeah, there's a couple of jumps here.
And he's trying to get on the... Okay.
Yeah, it seems like the players don't really know what the jumps are. They're just kind of winging it. And I mean, you can that is a strat, but these are the kind of jumps, like, there's a lot of stuff that you could have done that you can kind of practice. There's one jump that is in specific that I'm wondering if anyone's going to use, but I haven't seen it yet in the entire cup, and so I don't think we'll be seeing it. Because it is a very powerful one if you manage to pull it off.
Red is just able to stomp everyone on Blue's attempts to go through them.
Yeah, just looking at the scoreboard, there's a definite deficit in presence by the blue team. The red team just towering with 2 players, especially many more points than the blue team.
Blue does have a player advantage, so now they're able to actually.
Yeah, they're able to actually convert on the point here.
Yeah, we see total blue control on ruins as well. So.
Yeah, and it's good to control that ruins area with your team so that one of your teammates can take the pack in the cliff without having to worry about red players showing up.
Oh yeah. It's just an absolute chaos on point, with blue coming out on top with a major player advantage, and just need to pick off Garden Fungus here.
Yeah, but he might wonder whether they're going to be able to clean him up. It does look like Fungus gets out though. Kyobi kind of overextending. Should be looking to make it out with his life though. Oh, did Grip just get pitted? Yeah, we saw another pit frag. Grip getting pitted. So that's, I want to say 3 pit frags now on this map, on this round. Sorry, on this match, on this map.
I don't know.
But the red team coming back in for the point pretty quickly, and now the blue team.
Did blue just kind of
they're probably feeling the heat. There's only a minute left on this timer, and if this minute runs down, it's over for them. They have to group up. They gotta get this point out of the red players' their hands. some picks coming out, but the red health advantage is so significant.
On overall positioning, it's just better. We can just kind of see them surrounding blue a bit more. Saber to going up.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad for the red team so far. Kyuubi going all the way behind and getting some health, but
yeah, Kipo might be able to get out actually. But he's getting chased by 2 players, so getting second chance. Yeah, that's a play.
Making a stance, but will it be enough? 3 players, big fight around the blue, around the point actually.
And
but only 10 seconds and no cap time for the blue team.
Oh, but blue might be able to get this point off with a player advantage here. Or not, just get collided instead. Okay. And
it looks like the red team is the red team comes out on top, and it means that they win the grand finals. They won 2 out of the 3 maps, and it means they are the champions of Torchlight Tango.
Good job to
He does a great job. These are, I mean, as expected, these maps are insanely close. Like there is a lot of back and forth between the 2 teams. And even on this last map, where it was definitely more in the favor of red, you could tell that the red team was more so in control of this map.
Yeah, overall.
But even then, there were still moments where I definitely, you could definitely see blue winning. Like there's definitely, like they showed that they were still in it. Like it wasn't a done deal at any, at any point.
Well, I mean that first round though.
Yeah, that first round was crazy. Like that mid fight took like must have taken more than a minute.
Yeah,
and then they got 2 minutes off the clock afterward. Like that was an insane mid. Yeah, I mean, congratulations to both teams for making it this far. Both teams made it to grands, and they were obviously doing very well in the whole format. But and an extra congratulations, obviously, to Puff and Sting for being the champions, the winners of the whole thing. If you want to see more of the format, if you want to, because there's way more close action that's going to be happening. There's some of the really talented teams on NA as well that were crushing it in the group stage. They were crushing it yesterday in the semis and the quarter. So if you have some time, check out us in 2 hours as well. There will be a TF2 global notification in case you're worried about forgetting. It's going to bring you back here as well, and we'll have more action for you then. We have some talented casters for the NA side as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's in 2 hours from now, so there's more where this came from.